to give you a brief overview of our new performance enhancement approach. Well, this is a challenge. According to Jonathan Burns from MIT, at least 40% of products and customers are unprofitable. And by our experience, it's even worse than this. They are blind. They see the total result, but they are blind versus the costs and revenues it takes to serve a customer, what it takes to deliver a specialty for a customer he's asking for, and what are all those true customer costs by order. So when an order goes out, it might be already unprofitable, and nobody understands that, nobody knows, and therefore, so we need to understand that and have then a completely different profitability improvement. Okay, our solution is this. We have an enterprise model. We go through potentializer, so we see the potentials through a very sophisticated gap analysis, and we help you to do the change management to actually change it so that it goes there, and it should go there by what I call a Pareto-Einstein approach. It's like this, go by Pareto. Everything goes by the 80-20 rule, so in 20% of the time you get 80% of the result. Vis-a-vis a continuous improvement, it goes forever, and it means forever you work on your same issues. You never get out of this trap. We would like to give you something where you can work on your company, not in your company. Really look at your new perspective and have a mission and a strategy together with your management. That is what we are helping you with. And Einstein, because he had many examples, and one of that was people love shopping woods because they immediately see the result. And that is what we are here for. So we make you a simulation where you can see immediately what would happen if you do this. So you don't go blind anymore. So how we do this, go back to this, so we have that enterprise model, and it might look from a performance view based on a customer value curve like this. I'm not going into details, but you see here 40% of the customers are eroding your profitability, very bad. But it's not all in the red, it's also in here, it's much more than this. So we go through this intelligent process, and we come up with something like this. Potentially, of course, you can't get there at once, but the beauty of this is you are not anymore depending on a few customers like here, 10, 12, 15% are making you 150% of your result. No, you are independent of a few, and you are independent of locking out of this purchasing power those guys have, so you gradually grow. And that is what we are helping you with. Well, and here, how do we get into a rapid prototyping solution or ad hoc model without all the hustle of the activity-based costing in the first place? You need it, you need to have your cause and effect and all of that. And we found a way, so we generate an ad hoc business model. So here is a way that we use the selected occupation from the organization you have in your company and map it with the expenses, combine it with the general work activities. And here is a broader view of how we do this. So we have on the one hand the workplace costs and combine it with those work activities and come up with the total piece. And here you see the details of that first function on the left side. This is then merged into one function altogether, which is only dependent now on the transactional data, on the workplace cost, and on the selected occupations. And when you do this, you run that, you get immediately the total result of a model. And you will see how that looks like, a customer value curve of this organization, and not perfect. So here it is. You see that we make around about 1.5 million and the red area could be improved, the overall performance could be improved, and we do this by going through our two-step profit enhancement process, which you see here, that function underneath, and this makes then by a segmentation of customers and by a gap analysis the profit improvement, which looks potentially like this. So thank you very much for your attention.